Lift X, 4'8". Was it worth the wait? What's up, everybody? Matt Nuzzo hanging out here in beautiful Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. Gonna rig up our Lift X, show you what that looks like. Got a lot of questions about this thing. Finally got it delivered and want to go over what we like, what we don't like, kind of just our first impressions. This will be our second session on this, you know, first time kind of in the waves. And so I want to go over kind of the setup and was it worth the wait. So let's first and foremost get through the setup and go through kind of what we're liking and not liking. First thing you can notice is that they come with very plush bags. Like, they've got super nice bags, waterproof bag for the battery, nice, really nice case for the prop and everything, and you know, you can take the battery in and out there. So let's pull all these items out and get them rigged up, show you how it goes. Fully rigged up. I mean, that's pretty insane that this is fully rigged up in that quick. This takes longer than the rigging is the pairing. Oh, look at that. Ready to rock. So what do you get when you spend $14,500 on an Efoil? Is you get a very high-end controller, great readouts, very high quality, it floats. You also get an Efoil that assembles in a rapid amount of time, comes with high quality bags, accessories. It's extremely high quality product and comes with excellent foils. Really like that Havoc 148 and Flow tail. We do have an HAX 150 for pumping and gliding and sessioning and other types of conditions. So we're gonna just ride this thing stock today and talk about what we're liking and not liking. Okay, so let's start with dislikes. Two biggest dislikes, well, three. One, it's too expensive. Okay, so Lift X is expensive. As I just showed you, when you assemble it and you get it and you see high quality everything is, from bags to controllers to how it goes together, you'll understand why it's so expensive. So they are expensive, but it is a very high quality product. So let's talk about actual dislikes. Two other dislikes that we're gonna talk about here. First is the weight. Second is that these come stock with a low prop. So weight, this thing weighs, this one is 4'8", I think it weighs just under 40 pounds. I gotta carry it from here over the dune to the beach. I'm not just riding my truck. It's heavy, but they put these killer handles in the side here, and so that is definitely helps a ton, because I'm gonna stand in between here and carry it from the side. Second is the low prop. You know, it's really efficient in it. You know, we'll see how it rides catching waves, but it's so efficient. You can actually catch waves, boat wakes and everything like that. It does have some drag, and they do have an accessory high prop version, which turns it into more of like a power assist. But that low prop allows you to e-foil around and just rip around, which is so fun. This is definitely the best e-foil that I've ridden so far. This is how you have to carry this thing. It's actually not bad because it's balanced. Handle here, and off I go. One of the things you get when you spend this much money on an e-foil is that I've got power on, trigger here, right? Nothing. That's a safety system because the e-foil is on its side, so I can't power this up. Particularly with an exposed prop, it's nice to have enhanced safety features like this Lift X has. So the conditions today are pretty windy, which is kind of fun because it's choppy and bumpy and difficult. We've got some waves, it's high tide, just breaking. Getting out through the beach break is going to be a pain. Getting into the beach break is going to be a pain. We are using the low prop version, which a lot of people have been kind of like, I'm not into the low prop, I don't know. But this type of condition is really good because you can ride above the chop and just blast through it, and you just don't get any aeration. You can just really cook around, and particularly going into the wind. So we're going to go out, try and find some peaks, try and pull off the power, show how it works. We're using governor's setting 7. It has kind of up to 15. I found with the Lift X kind of below 5, you can't really get on foil, and above 8, 10, it's like pretty twitchy on the trigger. So we're gonna see how long this battery is gonna last us.
So this thing is just whisper quiet, butter smooth. Getting started with the low prop creates a lot of surge, so it definitely have to get really far forward, and it takes a little while to get used to it. One of the safety features is that if the board is underwater, it's not going to start. So you have to have the nose out of the water. You have to kind of lean really far back to get the nose out of the water to get started, then lean forward to really get forward on it. Comes a nice bump. Off power. On power. Very smooth transition with that low prop and how fared in it is. Off power. Back on power. Well, we cruise back into the wind. This thing is cool. It's got so much power. You can actually like turn into a wave, catch up to a wave, back out of a wave, like get yourself in and out of it. So the weight while you're riding, you never forget that you've got a heavy battery here, but it rides really well. The battery, the pluses of the battery of having all this power to just whip around, definitely make you feel a lot better about it while you're ripping around. But carving turns, pumping, you are carrying more weight. So this is really the amazing part of this surf foil, because this is a surf e-foil, is that it's blowing 25 and I'm just cooking into the wind. You know, going 12, 14, 15 miles an hour, just straight into the wind because I got juice. You know, the thing that really draws the battery too is the starts. Like, I'm still really shaky on the starts, but the battery power, I think I'm gonna get a lot longer battery power once I can run this, get up on the foil quicker, get to my feet quicker. But we're gonna do an upwinder and just come and take a little downwinder too. This thing is just insanely quiet. It's just super, super quiet. The motor, how everything works is just insanely quiet. And with the low prop, you're not constantly blasting out of the water, making a bunch of noise like you are with the high prop. There we are, 15 miles an hour into the wind. Where I'm going upwind, my feet are here, and then once I get on a wave, I want to move it back behind the insert. With this smaller board, a lot of people are sizing these boards to the volume. This is a 52 liter 4.8. And I would say size it to the length of your other boards, because this board is pretty tricky. This is a mid-sized board. It's fairly tricky because you've got so much power that's pushing you up. You have to get really far forward for takeoff. So takeoff is a little tricky. So I'm telling people, like, don't go too small on these things because they're plenty turny, but you do want to have kind of a little more length with this type of board. All right, fun sesh. So that one I ran about 50 minutes or so. I've got, I think, 27% battery left, so you know, pretty good runtime on that. It really nukes the battery. Like, I'm still learning to get up. It really nukes the battery when you're learning falling, because you're just having so much torque and drive. A little more on the likes and dislikes. Dislikes, the weight, you know, it is heavy. It's heavy to carry over the dunes. You feel the weight of the board while surfing. That being said, that extra weight, you know, I take the power any day of the week. Like, being able to power into the wind, turning onto a wave, coming over the back of a wave, like, that extra power is worth it. And I think that the weight, you know, I'll get used to the weight, whereas having that extra power is definitely way better than any foil assist or Efoil that I've used. So having that extra power is awesome. As far as the price, like, quality of craftsmanship, I mean, this thing is whisper quiet. It's so quiet you actually don't realize when you're on or off the power. And it's so smooth. Like, this thing is all this fared in motor, really efficient. It's so smooth with the low prop, which I didn't think I was going to be able to surf on it, but like, you could definitely surf like bumps, swells. You're not going to pump quite as well. This isn't really a pumping foil, it's Havoc foil, but it's very surfy and carvy. It was kind of wonky. I'm still getting used to how this thing works. Dislikes, it is hard to take off. It's 4.8. It's like, it's difficult to take off. Like, I was eating crap a lot. Gotta get way far forward, take off, fall, take off, fall. That's definitely nuking your power. The safety features are amazing on this, because like right here, I've powered up. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to hurt myself by having the thing go. Safety features are also a detractor, because as the board goes underwater, you are losing connectivity on purpose. They've designed it like that, but you know, if the nose of the board's not under the water, you've got no connectivity. So if you're going, you're kind of getting going, then the whole board goes underwater, boom, you're losing connectivity. But also on the side or whatever it is, those safety features are amazing. So you get tumbled in the surf or something, you're not going to mess yourself up. So overall, LiftX, really impressive. Amazing high quality product. Can't wait to try it with some of these other foils, try it out in a lot more sessions and conditions that we're having present here in Hatteras. If you have more questions, give us a call to shop 252-987-6000, or reach out online, realwatersports.com, and we'll see you on the water for the next sesh.